What if one of Africa's most famous animals couldn't survive as easily without a bird small enough to sit on its back? Every day on the African plains, zebras trust tiny helpers with a job that can mean the difference between comfort and suffering, safety and danger. Welcome to Wild Egg Survival. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible wildlife stories and survival documentaries. Across the vast grasslands of Africa, millions of black and white stripes move like waves in the wind. Zebras are fast, powerful, and always alert. They can run at speeds of more than 40 miles per hour and defend themselves with kicks strong enough to injure a lion. But despite all their strength, zebras have a problem: they cannot outrun. Their enemies are not always lions, hyenas, or crocodiles. Some are much smaller. Every day, a zebra becomes a living home for hundreds of tiny parasites. Ticks hide beneath its mane. Insects bite its skin. Flies gather around wounds. These tiny creatures steal blood, spread disease, and slowly drain the animal's energy. And that is where the birds arrive. Known as oxpeckers, these fearless little birds spend their lives among Africa's largest animals. They land gently on zebras and begin searching through their fur with incredible precision. To a zebra, the arrival of an oxpecker is often a welcome sight. At first glance, it seems like a perfect friendship. The bird gets a meal. The zebra gets relief. But nature is rarely that simple. An oxpecker can remove dozens of ticks in a single visit. Throughout the day, several birds may work together, picking parasites from the zebra's neck, back, and even around its ears. Scientists have observed these relationships across many African mammals, including buffalo, giraffes, and rhinos. For the zebra, every tick removed is one less parasite feeding on its blood. Yet the birds provide another service that may be even more important. Oxpeckers are always watching. Their eyes scan the grass while they feed. Their sharp calls can alert nearby animals to approaching danger. Imagine grazing peacefully under the hot African sun, only to have a tiny bird suddenly cry out in alarm. In many cases, that warning gives precious seconds to escape. And on the African plains, a few seconds can save a life. A lion crouching in tall grass depends on surprise. Silent paws move slowly through the shadows. The herd continues feeding, unaware that danger is only yards away. Then, suddenly, a bird erupts into frantic calls. Heads rise. Ears point forward. The zebra freezes. For one tense moment, the entire herd listens. And then they run. Dust explodes into the air as dozens of striped bodies race across the savannah. Behind them, the lion's perfect ambush has failed. The hunter must wait for another opportunity. It is impossible to know how many lives have been saved by these tiny alarms over thousands of years. But one thing is certain: in Africa, survival often depends on teamwork. Still, this relationship has a surprising twist. Scientists have discovered that oxpeckers are not always perfect partners. Sometimes, when they find an open wound, they may continue feeding from it instead of allowing it to heal quickly. This has led researchers to debate whether oxpeckers are true helpers or opportunists taking advantage of larger animals. The answer may be both. Nature does not work in simple categories of good and bad. Every creature is trying to survive. The zebra accepts this imperfect partnership because, overall, the benefits are difficult to ignore. Fewer parasites mean better health. Early warnings mean better chances of escaping predators. And for a herd living under constant threat, every advantage matters. Young zebras learn this lesson early. Foals stay close to their mothers during their first months of life, surrounded by danger at every turn. Lions watch the young carefully, waiting for moments of weakness. Even a simple infection from parasites can make survival harder. Yet day after day, the birds continue their work. Morning arrives, and the oxpeckers return. They hop across striped backs without fear, moving between animals as if they belong there. The zebras rarely chase them away. Over countless generations, a quiet understanding has formed between giant and bird. One provides food, the other provides help. Together, they face a world filled with danger. As the sun begins to set across the African plains, the herd gathers once more. The calls of distant birds echo through the evening air. Predators prepare for another night of hunting. And somewhere among the stripes, a tiny oxpecker settles down after another day of service. It is a reminder that survival in the wild is rarely a lonely journey. Sometimes, the greatest heroes are not the strongest or the fastest. Sometimes, they weigh less than an ounce. And sometimes, the story of Africa's giants cannot be told without mentioning the tiny birds that stand beside them. Because on the endless savannah, where every day is a battle for survival, even a zebra needs a friend. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more amazing wildlife adventures on Wild Egg Survival.